Now to story about the search for justice. Dozens of Rohingya refugees in the UK and US have sued Facebook, accusing the social media giant of allowing hate speech against them spread. They are demanding more than $150 billion in compensation, claiming Facebook's platforms promoted violence against a persecuted minority. The company is accused of allowing the dissemination of hateful and dangerous misinformation to continue for years without fact-checking the political situation in Myanmar. It is also been accused of failing to take down posts or delete accounts that incited violence against Rohingya. Facebook has more than 20 million users in Myanmar. For many, the social media site is their main or only way of getting and sharing news. An estimated 10,000 Rohingya Muslims were killed during a military crackdown in Myanmar, which has a Buddhist majority, in 2017. Let's talk this through with a global affairs analyst, Kunle Fallow, who is joining me from Indianapolis in the United States. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. How would you describe these social media giants and the way they manage information that are dangerous to local societies, allowing their platforms to fuel ethnic tensions?
Yes, thanks for having me. So Facebook has been, like you said, is clamoring and trying to get more people to cover South Asia, which has about over 20 million population, but it currently has about 20 million market penetration, and is looking for more. Now, in 2018, the United Nations accused Facebook that it's been ineffective and very slow in the fight to curb against hate speech, particularly against the Muslim minority in Myanmar, and astonishingly, Mike Zuckerberg came out in the same 2018 and acknowledged their wrongdoing, that they could have done more to curb that particular hateful words that was coming out from certain parts of Myanmar. Now, having said that, fact checkers and cross-checking information and having moderators work on this issue has been one of the major problems facing that big site. Don't Burmese, like they call them, and that's the language that they speak among other languages. So it's quite difficult to not have somebody not understanding what they're saying, and then if you don't have somebody on ground trying to moderate this discussion on this platform, it's going to be very difficult to identify what's actually whatever is saying or whatever on this platform. So that remains another major problem that is really concerning, and everybody's on the lookout for it. Again, this is it's more like a litmus test for what's going to happen, because Facebook is protected under the United States law that says it is not liable for anything that is being posted on that platform by its users.
Well, that being said,
Uh,
Kunle,
yes.
we lost the audio momentarily, but then one of these posts includes one in 2013 stating, "We must fight them the way Hitler did the Jews." Another post said, "Pour fuel and set fire so that they can meet Allah faster." This borders on human rights abuses enabled by Facebook platform, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Because you know, the fact still remains that Facebook platform itself having invested in having fact checkers and moderators uh, chair this discussion, especially when it's going out, and most especially the algorithms that the Facebook is using. They're those divisive words, because at the end of the day, what they're looking for is market penetration. Now, how else can they get enough market penetration in the Southeast Asia country? It's more of having a discussion that boils down emotions of a lot of people, and that's what they're doing. Now, having fact checkers and moderators are very essential. And again, Myanmar doesn't really, it's not an English speaking country. So again, it's very difficult to identify and, and get all of this information accurately, especially when hate speech is being said, or, anti-Muslim or anti-ethnic words that will incite violence against a particular set of people are being perpetrated. And these are the things that we are looking out for. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you got that words. In 2018, the United Nations had come out to say that Facebook hadn't been curb hate speech, and then in the same 2018, Mark Zuckerberg also came out interestingly to publicly admit that yes, they weren't doing enough to curb that. But like I said, the United States has a coverage for Facebook and the rest of the social media platform. They're not liable to litigation. They're
Yeah,
protected.
right. Just like you said, Facebook actually admitted in 2018 that it had not
Correct.
done enough to prevent the incitement of violence and hate speech against the Rohingya. But the
Absolutely.
companies again yet to respond to the allegations by the Rohingya refugees. Very quickly, what kind of response would you expect them to give this time round?
This is going to be a very tricky one because this is a litmus test for Facebook and every other social platform existing right now. Because if they're too quick to respond or quick to acknowledge wrongdoing, don't forget it's over $10 billion that they're requesting from Facebook. That's a lot of money coming out that could be coming out from the social media platform. And again, going to be ordered to them. It means every other tribe and every other ocean
Right.
pool of litigation going forward. So it's a
Right.
tricky one. Then we'll.
Absolutely, Kule. That being said, let's see how the world, the international community will be reacting to this Rohingya allegation against Facebook and how Facebook will actually handle these in the coming future. Global Affairs analyst Kule Falowo is joining me from Indianapolis, United States. Thank you so much for speaking with World Now.